Guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Linda. You're welcome to today's episode of pattern drafting with Marlene. So today I'm going to be sharing with you guys how to draft this beautiful blazer jacket. Actually, it's a notch collar jacket. If this sounds like what you're interested in, you better hit the subscribe button and let's dive in. For this tutorial, I started off drawing a straight line because I wanted to draft my basic bodice. So I'm going to be drafting the back basic bodice for now. So the first thing I'll do is just to go ahead and measure my horizontal measurements from the shoulder point where you see me pointing, and I'm just going to extend the lines horizontally. To draft your basic bodice, you can go ahead and check the video on how to draft the basic bodice. I'll be leaving the link right here on the screen as well. So the next thing I'll be doing now is just to go ahead and measure half of the shoulder measurement. For my client, her shoulder measurement is 7.5 because her shoulder is 15 and divided by 2 is 7.5. I'm going to be taking a neck measurement of about 3 inches wide and 2 inches depth. And now go ahead and connect that with my curved ruler to give me the shape of the neckline. And next, I'm just going to go down by 1 inch at this point, and I'll be connecting that into its shoulder line slantly. And from there, I'll be checking what I have for the armhole measurement. Half of the shoulder measurement is what I am marking, and from that place, I'll be drawing a straight line that will serve as my chest line later on. I'm just going to connect the armhole and I'll label the lines. Next, on the chest line, I'll be imputing the quarter of my bust circumference. I'll be marking that down, and from there, I'll be connecting the back armhole. So this is what I have. I just had to blend it out. So the next thing I want to be doing is just to take my nipple to nipple measurement, which is my bust span divided by 2. So for the client, I have about 7 inches and half of that is 3.5. I'm going to be rolling that from the chest line downwards to the end of the top. That's my top length. And now I'm just going to be taking my darts from the chest line directly. At the waistline, I'll be imputing my dart intake of about 0.5 inches on both sides, and I'll connect it upwards and downwards like you see me pointing. Next, I'll be taking my round body measurements. And I'll be including my dart intake that I've taken out plus 1.5 inches general stitching allowance. After that, the next thing I'm going to do is to label this as the back, and then at the waistline from the center back, I'll be going in by 0.5 inches just to shaping the back. This is to prevent the back of the jacket from having a bulge. So you're just going to give it that smooth curve because our spine is actually not straight, and that is what I'm trying to impute on the back. So for the top length, I will be making use of 30 inches, and I'm just going to cut out this paper and then I'll attach another piece of paper to complete the length. I would so much love to split this back piece into 2 by inserting a shoulder dart. So I'll be dividing half of my shoulder measurement, and I'll be taking the midpoint, and from there I'll be connecting a line straight down into the darts. Like I said initially, I'll be adding another paper to complete the length of my top. So I'll be making use of 30 inches. I just added 5 inches to what I have already, and I'm just going to rule that with my ruler, and there we have it. So the next thing I'll do is just to cut it out, do the necessary and attach it with a tape. Next, I went up by 1 inch at this point, and I'm just going to be using the same ruler I've been using to draw out a curve inwards to the center back. This is to enable my jacket to have a rounded shape at the sides. So I'm just going to be trimming out the excesses. Now that I have successfully attached the papers together, I'll be drafting the front piece right away. So you can see that I have attached my papers together because the length of this one is going to be longer just because of the collar part. So the next thing I'll be doing is just to go ahead and measure 6 inches up from the top of the paper like you see me doing, and 4 inches from this corner. So I'll be taking 4 inches like this and 6 inches the other way around. And I'll go ahead and connect this, making it into a rectangular shape. This is because the collar is going to take a lot of space for the shape, and when you are drafting, make sure to have at least 4 inches or 3.5 inches to 5 inches depending on the wideness that you want. So I'll just go ahead and complete the lines and I'll draft my basic bodice. So this segmented part I just drafted is where I'll be inserting my measurements for my basic bodice. I already had a video on how to draft basic bodice, and I also do that very often on most of my videos, but I will be rushing that at this point to make the video shorter. What I'm basically doing is just repeating the same thing I did initially for my basic bodice pattern. So I'll just explain a little bit of it. I'll be connecting these lines for the armhole curve, and the armhole curve will be meeting at the chest line where I've taken the quarter of my bust circumference. To indicate my chest line measurement, I'll be drawing a dotted line for it, just to tell the difference between the front and the back darts. For the front dart, I'll be going down by 1 inch at the bust point line, and that is where I'll be connecting my straight line from. The dart line is going to be running from the 1 inch mark I made downwards to the length of the top. Just as you see on my pattern, there's a clear difference between the front and the back, so the dart at the back is higher than the dart at the front. So on the bust line, you can see that the dart went upwards by 1 inch. For the front, it went downwards by 1 inch. So I'll just go ahead and insert my dart intake at this part. After I am done blending the sharp edges, I went ahead to divide my shoulder line just like I did for the back. Got the midpoint, and I'll be rolling it straight down to the bust point. And then I'll just go ahead and mark this as a front piece. So now it is time to cut out the collar and the flap, or should I say the jacket itself. So from here I'll be taking 1 inch all the way down from the top to the bottom. And I also connect the dots with my ruler to make a straight line. This 1 inch is for the buttonhole. So now I'll just go ahead and blend this point into the neckline. And the next thing I'll do now is just to go ahead and measure at this point where my waistline falls into for the breaking. Oh, English, break points. Oh my God. So I'm just connecting the line upwards like you see me doing, and that will be the part where my jacket will be folding. Now I'll still go out by 1 inch more just to give it the shape of the lapel or the breakfast. I'll be in a waiting self. So shut up, baby. So what I'm basically doing now is just to connect a straight line from that 1 inch mark which I drew initially. Next, I'm just going to discard this line. It's not in use anymore. It's not needed. She's fired. And the next thing I'll be doing now is just to go ahead and check what I have here at the neckline for the back bodice. And I have about 3.5 inches there, and that is where I'll be imputing on top of my shoulder line like you see me doing. I'll be measuring the same 3.5 inches in line with the parallel line you are seeing. So I'm just going to mark it like you see me doing, and I'll just go ahead and roll it for now. And after that, the next thing I'll be doing is just to go outwards by half of an inch, which is 0.5 inches, and I'm just going to mark that, and I'll also go ahead and connect the line to the curved neckline. Next, I'll just go ahead and draw a line that is slant, not that straight. I'll make the line as slant as the shoulder slope for this part, and I'll be discarding this initial red line as well. So I'm measuring 3.5 inches at that point, and I'll make it slope like a shoulder line. Next, I'll be using my tape rule to measure half of an inch at this point. I'll be going upwards by half of an inch. That will serve as my notch point for the notch collar. Okay, so the next thing I'll be doing is just to go ahead and draw a slant short line at that point, just to give it the look of a notch, and I'll be connecting that point upwards to the end. After that, the next thing I did was to come down at this part, and I'll be going upwards by 1 inch. That is to give the same curve I gave for the back bodice. And then from here, you can actually determine how to shaping it out. You can choose to use a free hand and curve it like this to give it a rounded edge. But for my client, she prefers it straight. So we are basically done with the front piece, and it's time to cut it out. So while I'm busy cutting, I want you guys to use this opportunity to hit that subscribe button and also tap on that notification bell. Please hit the subscribe button, and I will do more of these videos. It will encourage me to do more beautiful videos like this. Guys, please, I will implore you guys to kindly pay attention to what I am doing as to how I am cutting out the collar part. So just to avoid any mistakes, just cut it out and don't rush it. This is what I have for my jacket. This is the collar part. I'll be cutting this on fold. So I'm basically indicating that it's on fold, and I'll be cutting ×2 of that. And this is how my jacket will be looking like after I might have cut it out and stitched it. And now I'll just go ahead and separate the dart area. For the shoulder dart is optional and not really compulsory, so I'll just cut it out. Next, I'll be labeling the front piece as the center front on this part and then the side back on this other side. And I'll be setting this aside, and it's time to cut out the back piece as well. This is going to be my center back and my side back. And now this is what I have. This is how my patterns came out, and this is the final stage. So the next thing I'll be doing just to go ahead and add 0.5 inches all the way around in my next video, and I'll be using this Ankara fabric my client brought for it. So you can see how beautiful this Ankara is, and I really love to work with it and see what it gives after I am done stitching. I just have 2 yards of this, and this is a sleeve I'll be working with, the 2-piece sleeve which I have uploaded on my channel recently. I'll be cutting this in duplicate and possibly the lining part for all of it. So here's the sneak peek for what I have after I'm done cutting. With that being said, we have come to the end of the tutorial for today. If you haven't subscribed, please find a reason to subscribe to this amazing channel, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.